Hello friends, welcome back to our Unruly Nest. My name is Amber. I'm so glad that you're here today. Today we are talking about one of my favorite things, books. Books. I like big books, I cannot lie. Love books. I'm so excited. So if you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Amber. I am a secular homeschool mom of two. I have a 9.5-year-old going into the 4th grade, a very medically complex and special needs 3-year-old who is already doing preschool work because he begs to. So I'm so glad that you're here today. Today we're going to talk about all the books. And let me just show you this real quick. There's a pile we're not going to talk about today, and there's the pile that we're going to talk about today. Look at these books, you guys. Here's the pile that we're not talking about today, and here's the pile that we are. Yep. Okay, I hope you're excited. I am so excited. Now, full disclosure, at the very end, I am going to show you the 2 books that Mom is reading just for herself. Hopefully there'll be a couple of recommendations that maybe you guys could read for yourself. In the meantime, we are reading these. We're attempting to get through these this summer and then probably kind of at the start of the fall. And then I teased you a little bit with that second big pile. That's our next big pile. My daughter has a book addiction just like me. She helped me pick these out, as you're gonna notice from the age recommendation. We tried to put a few in here that doing, family read aloud style would interest her young brother some as well, but mainly geared towards my daughter's understanding for the most part. So, okay, here we go. The very first ones I'm going to tell you about. Have you guys seen the show on Netflix, The Worst Witch? Yes? No? My daughter is obsessed. She loves The Worst Witch. So we got the very first, we got the full 8. I believe it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, the 8 book. And so she is chomping at the bit to start on these, but this will be next. Right now, I think she's actually already started on the first one by herself. But as far as family read aloud style, we're going to hold off on these because we have some others that we are reading first. And I'll actually show you, I just put these in some kind of order. What we're reading right now, we started Nancy Drew books. You guys, I absolutely positively love the Nancy Drew books. If you guys have never read these and you have kids about, 7 to 9 to like 10, 12, these were my favorite books, some of my first favorite books when I was young. I'm telling on myself. I'm 38, almost 39. But yeah, so I loved the Nancy Drew books. So the Secret of the Old Clock is what we started with. That's the first book. The second book is The Hidden Staircase. The third book is The Bungalow Mystery. The fourth book is what we're currently reading, The Mystery at Lilac Inn. This is fantastic. We're about halfway through. I've read these. It's just been so long. I have completely forgotten. And then last in the series is The Secret of Shadow Ranch. And my daughter, if you guys visit us on Instagram, if you have not yet, I'll put our thing right here. It's our Unruly Nest. You guys, check us out on Instagram. You'll see pictures of my daughter. She's actually learning how to ride horses. And so she has clearly inherited her mother's love of horses. But anyway, this is the last in the series. So, but we are on book 4, and then she wants to go to the Worst Witch books next, but I kind of have some others that I would like to read this summer as, family reading. Okay, we finished this before we started the Nancy Drew books. You guys, have you read this? A Wolf Called Wonder. If you have not read this and you have a child, that 3rd to 4th to 5th grade, I highly, highly recommend trying this. It's based on a true story. If you have not heard of this, I'll just read the little blurb. A literal wolf called Wonder It's based on the extraordinary true story of a wolf named OR-7. He was often called Journey, a wild wolf who traveled a remarkable 1,000 miles across the Pacific Northwest. This was such a cool book. So we love wolves. We just thought this was so neat. My daughter actually picked that one. I told you that we were in the Nancy Drew books. Here's one that we picked up to read, kind of geared towards my son a bit more. Rosie, Revere, Engineer, if you guys have not read this. And as you can see, I picked these all up, used, thrift, eBay, words are hard. Every video, words are hard. Thriftbooks.com. And then of course, eBay, garage sales, a few of these. But yeah, Rosie, Revere, Engineer. If you've not read this, cannot recommend it enough, especially if you have younger ones. It's a great family read aloud. So check that out. Okay, we do have more geared towards my son, but I will save that. The next, we picked these up at a garage sale. Thrift Books, Amelia Bedelia box set. This is our first time reading any of these books, and so I thought it looked super fun. This is I think there are stickers in here actually. Yes, 4 chapter books plus 60 stickers. Now, because we bought this used, what do you want to bet the stickers are going to be gone? But I'm super excited. This is the She Goes Wild, Road Trip, Unleashed, and Means Business. So I'll have to do a review after we read these and let you know what we think. Cannot recommend this enough. I already told you the Nancy Drew books are super fantastic. Okay, this is on our list as well. The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. Classic, of course. So this is on our list as well. Ramona. Here's another one. My daughter picked this. Can you tell? So that's on our list. A lot of reading this summer, guys. Oh, of course, Mom picked this. Anne of Green Gables. We gotta get the classics in. I mean, come on. So yeah, it's a young reader's classic. Yes, I might actually slip this in after the Nancy Drew before she wants to do The Worst Witch next, but I think we're gonna do Anne of Green Gables next. Okay, and then let's see. Here's The Secret Lake. I love the classics, of course, but I'm super excited to read this with her. Oh, here's one that is more geared. Have you guys heard of this? Read A Crayon's Story. My son, my 3-year-old, loves this book. Loves it. Definitely recommend it if you've not read it. Highly, highly recommend. And then we have another series. I think I'm gonna bump this to next year. It's still in the plastic. We bought this new. Our library had a book sale fundraiser, and so I was super excited to own these. Wings of Fire. I just think it's the first 5 books in this series. This is right up my daughter's alley. She's super into fiction and mysteries and things like that. You know, it's Nancy Drew, The Worst Witch. So I think this is going to be incredible, but I think we're going to wait probably till the school year for this. But if we can squeeze it in with all these other books this summer, maybe. And let's see, what else does that leave for? Told you about all of those. I think that's probably all we're gonna get to this summer. I do have a whole nother pile over here, but I think those are gonna be next school year. So let me get further into the summer, as it's only June. And if we get through these and we start into the second pile before the school year, I will post a second video. But I think those will end up being into next school year, next summer. We just got so many great deals. I have a book problem. Okay. Speaking of a book problem, I have to have my own books to read as well, right? Oops, dropped a book. Okay, if you guys have never read this book, it's a New York Times bestseller. I just finished it. I could ugly cry. Present over perfect. If you mamas, I'm talking to my mamas here, you know what? No, even the dads, but especially you mamas. All right. Yeah, I mean, the very first review on the back. Now, I will say this is a Christian living inspirational book. So if you have not seen any of my previous videos, I am non-denominational Christian. We are a family of faith. We do secular homeschool our why. That is a video that will be out very soon. But if any type of religious content is not your thing, skip this one. But then I have another one that might work for you. But my mama friends, check this out. If you've never heard of it, give it a shout. It just spoke to my heart. So fantastic. Okay, everybody, if you've not heard of this, Wild Spirit, Soft Heart, Butterflies Rising. This was a gift from my sister, actually. And it is just, it's poems. The chapter section breakdown, if you will, this will give you an idea. First, self-love, then healing, then love, then relationships and heartbreak, then connection, then humanity and society, then soul, then spirit. And you start with self-love. And it's a beautiful, it's a very moving, it's poetry, but it is so beautifully written. It is so moving. It is so touching. I pretty much carry this with me. I have it in my bag. I have it in my car. When I take my daughter to music lessons and I sit out, for 30 minutes, I have read this so many times. It's just a beloved. So I am rereading it again. So if you've not heard of this, I highly, highly recommend that you check it out for yourself. So I hope that gives you some reading inspiration ideas for you and for your family. If you have kids anywhere near my children's ages, we're super excited about that. And then hopefully a couple of book ideas for you guys. So thank you so much for being here today. If you found something of value in this video, please do like and subscribe and join the Unruly family. We'd love to have you back here. So until next time, friends, bye.